Now, I want you guys to come and face us one-on-one. We show you what we do to any Blues. Man, if you watch that game, okay, let's start.
Do you think you have the capacity to beat Chelsea? To beat Chelsea?
Man,
You think?
It's not about thinking. It's not about thinking. Beating is a must.
The A team.
I don't care. Come with your A, come with your B team. I also C. Bring all of them. We're gonna beat you nice, man. We're gonna beat you nice. It's not a matter of anything. I'm not talking about the Carabao yesterday. Hello guys, welcome again to another week of the Triple Cup Show. A very nice week, man, with very nice guests, man. With me, as always on the pod, man, like Josh, an Arsenal fan. What's up, man?
What's up, my guy?
How you been?
I've been well, and you?
Nice also, man. And on the other side, man, like the Chelsea guy who has been away for a while, and then he's back, man. Like Louis, what's up?
Yeah, man. How are you guys?
I've been nice.
A minute, man.
Okay. How been in your side?
Yeah, man, I'm back. It's been ups and downs, but basically just fine.
Okay, yeah. Before we continue, man, the PSA. Like Priest the Poet, he'll be having a show on 3rd November, and then I'll put the poster. Please, if you are in Nakuru or on the virus, man, the big show, man. If you know if the Priest Poet doing the thing, you know it's a big thing. So I'll put the poster somewhere here, and then you'll check out. And then don't forget, man, if you're around the area, try to be there. It will be a big show. He has done one. It was a very nice one, and also this one also come and support our guy, man. I think if you're in Nakuru or around there, please turn up, and it will be nice, man.
You know Priest the Poet?
Yeah, I've heard of Chris the Poet. So basically, I was in Nakuru last week, but I couldn't manage. But I have some friends in Nakuru, so I'll just refer my friends to go to the event because I won't be there in the next 1 month probably also. So my friends in Nakuru, I'll actually go and refer them to go to the event and support the upcoming talent, man.
Yeah, he's doing very good stuff, man. If you ever have to listen to those spoken words and stuff, he's a joy to hear and to watch also when he's performing.
Man, it's a big deal. It's a big deal, man. Okay, man. So away with that, man. So it has been a very beautiful week when it comes to football. First of all, I know everybody wants to talk about it. I'll start with so eras come to an end. First of all, the eras it was which was a man like Argentina guy, Messi, and the man like Cristiano Ronaldo from Portugal. I think the eras have ended now.
I think so. I think, it's true. Era comes to an end, and we have seen it quite sometimes. Some people who are great footballers.
Okay.
And yes, you can wish them to always be there, but time and age also catch up with them.
Okay.
But so far so good. When eras come to there is always something which is rising up.
Okay. So when you watch when you watch the Ballon d'Or, what was your thoughts, man? Did somebody like Vinny deserve it, or on your side, was it fair enough when it was given to Rodri?
So basically, according to my own opinion, by Saturday before the El Clasico, I can say that Vinny deserved it. But at the end of the game, when he had an alteration with Gavi, someone like Gavi, then Vinny said that I'm going to win the Ballon d'Or. So that actually irritated me, because how are you so rude telling people that you're going to win the Ballon d'Or and yet you don't know? So I wanted him to win, but after that behavior, that alteration with him and Gavi, I thought I just give it to Rodri, because Vinny has maybe bad behavior. He's so rude, even though he faces the criticism, the racism, but basically Vinny is just so rude, according to me, that is.
Joshua, when you check the thing, team like Real Madrid, Carlo Ancelotti, the whole of the team decided not to show up for the Ballon d'Or. Do you think now the Ballon d'Or has lost its meaning, or is it a stunt? Because I think Real Madrid as a team, they thought maybe this thing is our thing. So if he didn't get it, there's no way we are gonna show up. And what's next?
Ballon d'Or still there, and it doesn't matter how you feel as a player if you are not the one who was selected to win the Ballon d'Or. I think it's juvenile thinking of a team like Real Madrid, maybe their director, somebody like Carlo Ancelotti and Madrid supporters as a whole, for them to decide that they will not go and attend that ceremony because Vinicius Junior is not the one who won. Remember, that thing is being voted by I think 100 journalists, and is all over the world. And by so doing, it will depend with the points. Even though for them, they are claiming that UEFA was having a hand on Vinicius Junior not taking this Ballon d'Or. I cannot confirm that. I don't know if it's true or not true. It may be. But the big problem that I see with Carlo Ancelotti, not Carlo Ancelotti as like Real Madrid as a team, is they are having a problem with UEFA. And we can recall back when we were saying about Super League. So this is the old thing that is coming to that problem, whereby they want to frustrate UEFA in one way or the other. Anything they are trying to bring it up is being like downplayed by Real Madrid. So for them, they knew what they were doing when they were hyping Vinicius Junior. Even though they have, we can say they have a point when they say, okay, Vinicius Junior did not win Euro. He did not win, what do you call in the Copa America, true?
Okay.
But Carvajal won the won the Euros. So if it was not Vinicius Junior, it was who? Carvajal.
Okay.
But you cannot say like that because it's all about preference, opinions of people. And if somebody, when you put 2-3 people to win this award, there is no that standard player like the days of Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
There is no that standard player you can say that, yes, this guy, it is subjective. So if something is subjective, it can either go another way that maybe you want or not. So I can say it was very stupid for them not to behave like that because it's a big team. But all they did, they just took the light from Rodri. Everybody will be celebrating Rodri winning Ballon d'Or, but now people are talking about Real Madrid did not attend the what?
The ceremony.
So in the business part of it, still they are gaining the popularity, whereby everybody now talks about Real Madrid.
Okay, on that side.
Whereby nobody is talking about Rodri as a winner of Ballon d'Or, and it's not fair for him.
Okay.
They took all the lives from him, and I'm not happy about it.
Okay. Yeah, on the other side, your guy Richarlison, he said he doesn't want to be selected to any event or getting the prize. What's your take? What's your take, man?
Richarlison should stop dreaming and sleep, man, because nobody will ever vote. He will not be able to be nominated as a Ballon d'Or.
Okay.
No matter what, because Richarlison, like, I don't know, it's not good to say it, but most of these people, they're behaving like children. Somebody didn't win, just say, okay, you will get another time. But it was not cut out that Vinicius Junior is a better player than most of them, because as a better player, also supposed to reflect in your character.
Okay.
If you look at Rodri, how he carry himself in the field, is a proper midfielder. He has a very good character. Even he tucks in his shirt, like he's very disciplined.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Rodri maybe getting a yellow just recklessly?
It's just hard, man.
It's very rare.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So how he plays, how he contributes to the team is so much what he's. So I say he deserves the Ballon d'Or, and Richarlison should stop dreaming about. Nobody was going to select him for Ballon d'Or.
Okay, man. Yeah, nice. So for me, it was a good thing seeing what happened, but unfortunately, we expected to see him. I think you expect to see the team game given, but once this guy stop coming to this, it's like it lowers the standard which was set by the previous guys, which is not a very good thing in general to watch. And then on the other side, our under our 17 Scarlet Harambee Stars on the World Cup. What's your take, man?
Harambee started. So they actually faced the best, I can say the best team. That's North Korea. These girls play football like real men. I mean, the touches that they were playing, actually managed to see the first half, because it was in Kenya, it was around 2 a.m. So basically, watch the first half, and then the way the South Korea teams attack, very magnificent. And then they had another game with England, which they managed to be outscored by 2 goals. And then we actually managed to get a win against Mexico. So basically, this is a morale boost for Harambee Starlets. Maybe this being the first time for them out there, it actually gives them motivation to work extra hard, and then come in the next few years, they'll actually go back to the World Cup, and then they'll actually be having more experience in this kind of tournament.
Okay, so I think for me it's good. We haven't been in the World Cup kind of thing. So once we get to that light, I think it shows. Because if you ask anybody about Kenya, what he knows mostly of us is about athletic and rugby. So once the scarlet comes up, and then I think it will boost our football kind of a thing when guys see us from our side. So which for me, which is a very good thing, you know.
I think it's very good, and I applaud Kenyans the way they receive those ladies after they have come back from the World Cup. That's how it's supposed to be. Even though they didn't win all their games, or maybe they were eliminated from the group stages. I want that reception they get when they came back home.
Okay.
Because they really represent us well there, winning one game in the World Cup, whereby they have not even participated in these international games so much. We can see that this is the way we want to go. So we just give credit where it's due, and there I think Ministry of Sport just conducting that reception for these young ladies, I think they did the best. I am happy about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the first time, this was the hardest weekend for me. First of all, it started with the El Clasico. As a Real Madrid fan, being beaten at Bernabeu, man, it was so bad. And then how we were being beaten by Highline, when it comes to EPL, Tottenham have tried to do it and it has not worked. But when it comes to Bayern, hey, they've been doing us the thing, which is not good at all.
I think we usually say you don't play the games that you're not supposed to play, or you don't know how to play it. And we saw how Barcelona did it very well and to efficiency. So somebody like Mbappe, I think, is very inexperienced for him to be caught offside for 4 times in a row. The way maybe Saudi Arabia did to Argentina, you remember, during World Cup?
Yeah, the same thing.
I think he's supposed to learn it twice. I can see somebody like Haaland is very clever. He plays behind the defenders because he trusts that he has speed. So he knows he will run more than them and he can catch up with those guys. So what I say, like Real Madrid, that game, they were very poor. Barcelona, they were clever. We can see the difference between talent and speed. And we saw Barcelona, they really played very well. Madrid, they were running very well, but the offside, that was where Hansi Flick got them, because they know these people have speed. So what should I do? Let them play the high line, and it really worked for them. So having maybe beaten, it was 4?
Yeah, 4 goals.
I think it's so embarrassing, you know.
Man, Yamil. This boy, I don't know what he'll do, man.
The boy is talented, you know. The boy is quite talented, and we are very happy to see those kind of things in a 17-year-old boy, and proving that even though I don't have anything to give or to prove to everybody, but I will just play my best and enjoy the football. And that's what he did. He won the Copa Trophy as a young kid, and you can see the nomination was very wild. And I think so far next season, it will be Yamal, I think.
For the Ballon d'Or?
No, like it will be Yamil season.
Okay.
Whereby, like this season, not next season, this season now.
Yeah.
Like it will be his world. For him proving, and maybe those doubters that they thought maybe he cannot do anything.
I think he does not need to prove anything. If you have watched what he does, he does on the pitch, he doesn't need to prove anything.
You know, some of the people, they'll still criticize the boy, but he has done so much that we cannot even question his ability and talents in the ball.
Okay.
So we are expecting him maybe to be reaching, because now you can see he's maybe in a very low level, but he will go to the level that we cannot imagine as a player, you know.
Okay.
And we want to see that. And you can compare between Barcelona and Real Madrid. It's all about money and talent, and we can see the difference between them. Talent always beat money, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Barcelona coming into the El Clasico, they actually had a few players from the La Masia, from the academy team. So, I mean, approaching an El Clasico game with more La Masia kids, it's actually clever for Hansi Flick. And then insticting the high line. I mean, that's the, I can say, the best creative. That guy is so creative. Having the likes of Mbappe, having the likes of Vinicius coming off, like they don't have anything to show. And then Vinicius was being marked by this one defender. I don't know the name, but number 17, actually a La Masia kid. So
it's called
Kubasi. The Kubasi guy. I mean, Hansi Flick actually, if Barcelona, in this Barcelona era, I think for the next maybe 5-6 years, this is going to be the greatest team that we once saw in the era of Lionel Messi, the likes of Ibrahimovic, the likes of Samuel Eto'o. This is going to be the Barcelona that we know. So basically, I mean, Barcelona, they've outwon Real Madrid. But I can say that Real Madrid wasted their chances. They had their chances, but they really wasted them on the first half. So basically, Barcelona took their chances and then they capitalized on them.
Okay, on that side, when you come to the EPL, back to the EPL, King of Ducats, this weekend it was nearly not to be on your weekend. You guys, everybody now is complaining with how you guys you do your thing when it comes to when you have the ball, when you don't have the ball, because now guys are saying it's like you guys you have already made it clear to everybody that if maybe the pressure is so high for you guys, everybody can see now. One, you're delaying the ball. Also, Ryan now has get 2 cards because of that. The other thing is the guys on the pitch, a very small knock, guys go down for a while, try to get some time, and everybody now is seeing the thing. Do you think now Arteta or the team, this tactic, many guys have seen it, and now I don't think, or is it your arts that you still want to go on and on with it, or Arteta may try to change and bring another thing in?
There is nothing to change there, and I cannot say it's a tactic or what. Most of our players, they were injured, and those people who went down, they were removed finally. So it doesn't show anything. It's not a tactic. If you are okay, you are okay. You will play the game without delaying it or whatever it is. But even if you say about delaying the game, any team, and mention me one team that doesn't do that apart from Man City. And Man City, when they are under pressure, they will have to do it. You remember last time when we played against Man City, the guy called Bernardo Silva.
Okay.
He was complaining that the goalkeeper, our players, they were maybe trying to push their goalkeeper. Like they were saying, this is something that we are doing, and the referee doesn't do anything. What did he do last time? He did the same thing.
Yeah.
So when it's on your side, you have to complain. When they are doing against you, then you are saying this is not good, this is not okay.
Okay.
So what I can say about the Liverpool game is like we did our best. We played the way we wanted to play. We missed maybe 2 players who we expected. We really rely on them, like the likes of this guy called who was suspended, Saliba
at the back.
Martin Odegaard. So like those are the key players that we usually expect them to be delivering from us. And even though we scored, most of them, they didn't expect that to score in that game. Most of the players, most of the people, they expected that maybe Liverpool will sweep the floor with us. But we really show the resilient as a team. Somebody like Saka coming from injury and scoring those kind of goals.
Wait a minute, Saka with an injury. Louis, when you watched that game, was Saka injured at all? Was he?
Saka was not injured. I think that guy was faking, because that guy, the way he balled, I mean, that guy was faking.
No, like I remember when we talked here the last time, Saka has that ability to come out of injury in a very different way. You can think maybe every time you see Saka, maybe he's going out injured. But the next game you will see him and you will not even recognize if that guy is injured or not.
Joshua, we expected that Saka is going to start on the bench. Basically, starting Saka on the starting lineup after injury, I mean, that's crazy.
I think Saka has that ability. It's not a tactic, by the way.
No, but wait. But Arteta said he never trained for like a day before the game. So how comes you never trained?
On Friday,
yeah.
On Friday is when Arteta made a conference, okay?
Okay.
He says Saka did not train, okay?
Okay.
Even Julian Timber did not train. During the training, even Sky Sport, they came to the field for 15 minutes. They never see Saka and Julian Timber.
Man, after 15 minutes, the guys think they went back to the pitch. That's my idea.
Okay. I don't have a problem if they did that or not.
Tactic.
But what the best thing that Arteta did, Arteta told them, we'll try our best to make sure Saka and Timber are available in that match.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Okay.
But people took it out of context because he did not say they will not play. He said they will try their best to be on that game. And apart from that, you don't need to give all the answers to everybody, because you usually see most of the managers, what do they do about Saka?
I think that's what that's what was it Jimmy Carragher said. He doesn't trust these guys when he say these guys.
Yeah,
let Liverpool not be fooled.
But apart from that, Saka is that person. Usually we see him most of the time. Sometimes he's coming out of the field limping and something. But the next game he will play like nobody who was injured, and we saw it in that game because during England game, that's when he got an injury. True,
yeah.
It was a muscle injury, and he missed like 2 games. You cannot miss 2 games because of Liverpool, you know. He missed 2 games because he was not fit to play.
Okay.
And for them doing, and also it was even Champions League he didn't play, true. So for them doing something like that and making sure that they will have to go and face Liverpool, I really applaud Saka, because you remember before the first day he missed the game, he already played something to do with 84 games non-stop Premier League. So that is somebody who has good physical strength and mentally. So I think I applaud Saka for what he's doing, and they can call it dark earth, whatever they call it, but if it's working, then it's okay.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Newcastle against Chelsea. Man, you guys, I don't know what happened. Man, like Cole Palmer, everybody's saying the pass and the goal, it was superb. Jackson also being Jackson. What do you think about Chelsea? But Disasi again, being Disasi as always. I don't know.
Basically, we can say, let me start with the Premier League game. So basically, for the Premier League game, actually started well. Palmer had a goal, but it was ruled offside. And then having that strong mentality, he ended up creating a very wonderful goal, passing the slick pass to Neto, and then Jackson finishing off. I mean, Jackson, this is the 8th game and then 6 goals. I mean, this guy is on a scoring streak. I mean, if you don't have Jackson, you should like this get him, because this guy is on a scoring streak. I mean, people last season they actually demeaning Jackson. They said that this is not a real striker, but Jackson is trying to shut the critics off, because what he's doing on the pitch is actually remarkable. He's put Nkunku off that first team. Him having the spot like the main man on the front line of the Chelsea team, and then for Palmer getting the goal, actually a morale boost, because he had gone for 2 games without scoring. I mean, that was kind of, I think it's pressure. People are putting pressure on him, but Palmer actually after the match actually said that he doesn't like pressure, so he's trying to be cool on the pitch. Then having opportunity, if you have a chance to capitalize, actually makes all of it onto him. And then the Carabao Cup game, we switched the squad, having changed from the whole lineup. We actually switched the whole lineup for the weekend, but Newcastle, I don't know, I think we had something, there was kind of a grudge, because Chelsea players celebrated at full time when they won the Premier League. So basically Newcastle were trying maybe to have some revenge on the Chelsea team. So basically no, you can't say that they wanted revenge.
No, Joshua said you guys changed the whole team, so Newcastle never thought they were playing against Chelsea. That's what happened.
Nah, it's not like that. If it's still Chelsea, they're playing for the badge. So basically, we can say this is the second team, but it's still Chelsea. All I can say, but the players are not maybe physically strong, so that they can't fit the first team. But basically, this is a big squad. We're trying maybe to build up a very good structure, trying to build up a good team, long-term project basically. So we have a deep squad. So we have maybe to alternate, because we had, before we are knocked out of Carabao Cup, we had 3 cups we were playing at, basically the Carabao, the Conference League, and the Premier League. So basically now our main focus will be the Conference League and the Carabao. So basically we know the Conference League, we give it to the B team, and then the Premier League, let it focus on the A team. So basically when we play the Chelsea, it depends which team you are playing. We have 2 teams. So which team you are playing?
Okay.
So basically I can't say that you're not playing against Chelsea. It's Chelsea, yes. But Chelsea, which team? Team A or Team B?
Okay, nice. Yeah. So the biggest news, man like Ten Hag, I was the happiest man. And I said it on this pod. Everybody can quote me. I said, November, if Ten Hag be there till November, I'm stop supporting Manchester United. For real. And true to my words, man, but I'm happy and I'm not happy. I wanted him to be removed after you guys have played against us and you have beaten us nice. Mm-hmm. But now, I want you guys to come and face us one-on-one. We show you what we do to any Blues. Man, if you watch that game, okay, let's start.
Do you think you have the capacity to beat Chelsea? To beat Chelsea?
Man,
do you think?
It's not about thinking. It's not about thinking. Beating is a must.
The A team.
I don't care. Come with your A. Come with your B team. I also C. Bring all of them. We're gonna beat you nice, man. We're gonna beat you nice. It's not a matter of anything. I'm not talking about the Carabao yesterday, but after I watched, level on the Carabao, after I watched the game on the West Ham, man, that team I was like, what are you guys doing? It was just, I was like, no, this is the end. 2 days later or 1 day later, Ten Hag is out. So after my taker's point, after the game I watched against West Ham, against Manchester United, man, we were so down. I was like, if we play this team against Chelsea, man, this guaranteed we are gonna be beaten nice. But after because everybody wanted Ten Hag to be out, and you guys, they are the only one who wanted. We still want Ten Hag. Like now, I say the banter online. man like what's the name from Spurs. He said, "You guys are saying I should get a trophy, and one guy had already get 2 trophies in 2 seasons,
And he was sacked.
and he was sacked. Why do you want? Why are you rushing me to get the trophy?"
Because he said he's the one who gave that pressure to himself. Because he said, I always win something after my second season.
Okay.
So he gave himself that pleasure. So we expecting him to win any trophy. The reason why Spurs are considered to win a trophy and it can save his job as a manager, because when was the last time Spurs won a trophy in England?
Nothing.
17 years ago.
It's over. It's long, man.
So even if they win Carabao Cup and they finish number 15, they'll be very proud of themselves because they have won something. You'll not say that Spurs doesn't have anything.
Okay.
At least their cabinet will be standing there. We have a Carabao Cup there.
Okay.
It will save his job. And you can believe me, last time Ten Hag was saved because of the FA that he won.
Yeah.
If it wasn't the FA, and that's why we can say Ineos, they are doing their job very bad because they extended this guy's contract. Definitely they added him salary. True.
Yeah.
Basically, they put themselves in a possibility whereby, in case they sack him at the middle of the season, they'll have to pay him a lot of money. Right now, they are paying him 17 million. 17 million. Now they are going to purchase another manager. They have to pay him 10 million to the club, Sporting, and they'll have to pay maybe an addition of 1 million because of maybe their season and stuff like that, or the other team that he will come with it. So you can imagine they have used 27 million within no time.
Okay.
And this one is costly because they decided to add maybe this guy contract. They could have sacked him because they knew this is the trend and this is the pattern which is going to happen. So why were they maybe decided to let's go with the Ten Hag again?
I don't know. It's their thoughts. Maybe I don't know why. And then the other side, when I saw Pep said he knows Ten Hag, he'll come back strong. I don't know, man. These guys, it's funny getting that from your fellow manager. Coming back where strong.
I don't know.
mean,
maybe
that's what Pep does. That's what Pep does. Pep talks like that. Actually, it's kind of a way to maybe consult Ten Hag. I'm not sure if
the way he said about what is the guy? Klopp.
Oh, the Klopp guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's nice. Seeing that is nice. And then come to the Carabao yesterday, man. Manchester United aside, yesterday we scored a very nice goal from man like Casemiro. He played his A game. That was the Casemiro I know. Bruno, same thing. Like the whole team was just gelling very nice. But the big thing Joshua said this thing, there's a boy to watch, man. I watched the goals which Moneri scored. That boy is a baller.
I think last time we were talking about Ethan, and I was telling you, rather than maybe Arteta relying on somebody like Sterling, he can put Trossard on that wing and decide to put Ethan Nwaneri on the maybe Martin Odegaard position.
Okay.
And the reason why I was saying that is because the creativity which we were expecting from somebody like Sterling, it was not there. Trossard was putting a shift. Martinelli was putting a shift, but Sterling was not putting a shift. And I can see even that yesterday game that I saw Sterling playing, he's trying his best to do what he can do, but I think maybe football came out of him. He's not the Sterling that I know. He doesn't run. He doesn't push. He doesn't have that intensity that a player is supposed to have. And the way we usually follow the ball, he doesn't do that. I can see him running like somebody who is just enjoying.
Okay.
There is no urgency in his, maybe when he lost the ball, there is no that urgency. There is no urgency when maybe you want to reach for something. And I can say we need those boys that they have something to prove. And Ethan Nwaneri is that young talent that we can say. Last time I remember when Arteta tried when Arteta played him, he was around 15 years. We said that there was a reason why Arteta put this guy on the team. Because he knows the potential of this boy. He put him even if it was 20 minutes and we saw the potential of the guy and he was just 15 by then.
Okay.
Most of the people, like most of the fans and the pundits, mostly pundits, not even fans, mostly pundits, they were just, no, Arteta just want to show the world that he is the one who just bring a 15-year-old boy to the field. They just used it to jab. But now they can see the reason why Arteta brought this guy. Somebody like Lamine Yamal, he's 17 years old. But you can think maybe he has been playing for 10 years.
Yeah, man, it's been a nice, man.
And that's what we need. You need to believe on the players that you're having, and you know the potential that they got.
Okay.
He's a very young boy. Yes, if you put that boy there, make sure you are ready for the mistake, because they will do mistakes. Mistake will be there, and those mistakes they come with the experience.
But I think it's nice when you just give them the time and then they learn slowly. Incorporate them in the game. I think they'll become a big deal when it comes. Because you guys, wait a minute. You guys sell us Chido. But the boy, when he plays, he scored a hat-trick. I think your academy has very nice players. But it's only that Arteta does not want to bring them on the A team.
The issue about Chido is not supposed to be even in your team. Is coming in the senior team.
No, I'm saying like the problem with you guys, the young players we don't see much. When Arteta has A team, he doesn't want to bring the guys from the under 17 or under 21. That's the problem. So I think when he start give those youngsters and bring them to the A team, play the big games, I think it will make your academy players try to want to play to stay mostly in Arsenal and try to play most game in the team.
No. I can. Before I was thinking this in the same path, but recently I knew what Arteta want and the type of player. You cannot just bring all the academy players in your team the way you want. There is those people that these are cut out for Arsenal, and these are not cut out for Arsenal. And I was very furious when I see somebody like Kozia Dewberry going. And somebody like Charlie Patino, he left the team now. I think he's playing in maybe Sociedad. There is so many players that they have come out of our academy. And I was very furious thinking, why Arteta? But if you look where they have gone now, they still doesn't play those many games.
Okay.
And that when you realize Arteta was all very right about what the decision that he took to this player.
Okay.
He cannot force them to stay in the team and promise them that you'll get the senior team like Kozia Dewberry. He went to Brighton. Have you ever seen him playing in Brighton senior team apart from one game?
No, not yet.
And other player maybe like Omari Hutchison. He went from Arsenal to Chelsea. Then after Chelsea, when he went to Chelsea, where he was sent? He was sent to Ipswich Town. Now he's playing in Ipswich Town. Yes, he's getting, but he had to stay in one season in the Championship so that he can come with this team Ipswich to the Premier League.
Okay.
Now he's staying in the bench. He gets the minutes from the bench.
Okay.
So people could have blamed Arteta. Maybe you don't give these boys time, but he know the right picks for Arsenal. Okay. And those who are now in there, you see even this Skelly. When he came after Julian Timber was injured, he put a shift. Yes, there was one mistake, and this is the mistake that I'm telling you, which come with an experienced player. They were caught off guard by Trent Alexander pass, and Nunes just tried to shift. And this guy called Kivior, he did not mark Salah properly.
Okay.
And this one is what we're talking about.
It's okay. It's okay for them when they do those mistakes. It's okay because they build from there. That's my point.
It's okay, but you can use those players. That's why you see Ethan Monelli is playing Carabao Cup full 90 minutes.
Yeah, it's okay.
And Miliskeri, because it will not affect the league. Because league, when you lose one game,
it's another
issue. Yeah.
So
and it will impact you a lot.
Yeah. So on the EPL on Wickham, I don't know if you watch the game on the weekends, most team concede on the last minute. Brighton game, same thing. Come to the Brentford game, the same thing. Wolves against also the Wolves game, it was the same thing. What's your thoughts when you check those kind of like is it now the thing in EPL? Like most guys are just waiting until the last minute. Now they shift the gears and the game becomes a different thing to watch.
Actually, you can view this in two perspectives. The first one, you can say that players try maybe they switch off. Basically, means the last minute, players kind of switch off because they knew that we finished the game, so we've settled with this point. So that's the first perspective. And then the second one, you can say that the opponents try maybe to instinct. They know that these players have switched off, so we're going to push more. We're going to cover more. We're going to attack, and then get those goals. So basically, I can say it's a two-way thing. You can say for the defenders, they try to switch off, of the whole team, try and switch off on the other team, the attacking ones. So they maybe instinct, they have that finishing power, which, by the way, is paying off for the attacking team, basically. So that's why we may see teams scoring on the stoppage times. Basically, that's it.
Crystal Palace getting a clean sheet from Spurs. And after what you've said, somebody like a Madison is a big thing to watch. Solanke, everybody said Solanke is a big thing to watch. Come to the guy like Johnson also now, 2 weeks is not scoring. What's going on with Spurs and what's your thought? What do you think? Is it like guys said Crystal Palace is a small team, let's not do that much, or it happens in football, maybe you switched off a bit and then the team comes up and give you a beating? Because if you watch that, the pass from Eze, it was a very beautiful thing in a while, but that led to Mateta goal.
Basically, and then scoring this Crystal Palace win was their first win of the season.
Yeah, and it was it was very funny. Their first win comes against Tottenham, and they have drawn so many games. By the way,
Yeah.
they have not lost. I think they have drawn. True.
No,
Yeah, they've drawn. They've not.
yeah, them are not
They've not won. They've drawn.
Yeah.
They drew with Chelsea a while back.
I think these, and they have not lost a lot of games. I think maybe they have lost one game, but they have drawn all the other games. I think
no, that's
beaten.
Nottingham Forest is Nottingham Forest, the one who have not yet lost only one and draw all of them. So they won this one. But Crystal Palace have been beaten, draw beaten, then this is the first win. Yeah.
Oliver Grasson, I think, is doing a very good job, and you can see most of the team when they are meeting against the team like Crystal Palace, you can score a goal only, but you cannot score more goals in them because they are really compact and the way they are playing. I think the only aspect that is missing in Crystal Palace is that attacking threat that they usually have like last season. I think they are missing the likes of Olise. That combination between Olise and Eze and Mateta, I think now is missing a little bit because last season we see the free flow of their games, the attacking, how they were pressing, how they were moving the ball forward, how softly they were getting into those maybe position whereby it will be easy to pick somebody like Mateta in the field. The way Olise was taking their set pieces, the corners, you can see how fluid it was that time. But now I think it has become different. And I think Oliver Grasner is a little bit confused who to start between Nketiah and somebody like Mateta. I think Nketiah overall play is very good compared to Mateta.
But I think scoring-wise is where it's not yet there.
Overall game is very wise, but scoring position, I think he doesn't maybe position himself very well. But Mateta in scoring, he's good, but when the game is too, maybe they are being attacked a lot, I think Mateta disappears. He's the likes of somebody like Haaland.
Okay.
So you cannot rely on those kind of players. The reason why now I see Oliver Grasner is playing Nketiah together with Mateta to be able maybe to see if they will link up in that position, maybe to try to replace Michael Olise, because that is what is missing in that team right now.
Okay, nice. Crystal Palace, Manchester City. Now the list of injuries, on the team, it's so hard for Pep to do a thing. Louis, when you watch that game, or when you now watch what Pep has to do with the pitch, because like the game they played Carabao, they were beaten by Spurs just because of they don't have that large squad with them. Do you think now, is it the time now, like Pep now will try to go to the academy guys, or he has the big squad also to flex and play with the games with the team?
This season, actually, Pep's squad was limited because if you look at his bench, you can see basically he has those small kids. There's brothers over there. Actually had them in the Carabao Cup because of the injury list. So I can say that it's a kind of a karma according to last season, because he was talking about Arsenal. Then this season, actually his players have been injured. I mean, this is the time that if there's another team that's going to maybe go for the Premier League, this is the season, because Pep's actually is having more injuries, and then he doesn't have the squad depth. It depends on the same people. Look at the person like Savinho right now. So you'll see that they have trouble fixing that position over there. There was a kid by the name Bob. I don't know if he's back, but he was kind of injured. I mean, Rodri, the likes of De Bruyne, the likes of Kyle Walker right now is gone into that book, the likes of Akanji. I mean, the list is so whole. Then these are the players that Pep depends on. So basically, I can say that this time right now, the other contenders for the Premier League, they need to maximize it right now. They need to use this time, because if those players are back on time, then Pep still on the top, on the top dogs. I mean, Pep is going to take it. But if people are trying and maximize their chance, if they meet Man City right now, if a team meets Man City on the Premier League right now, this is the time for them to maybe enact, maybe or showcase their prowess beating the Pep tactics, because you'll actually have to field the academy players basically. But remember also, the Pep academy players, they're also talented, or Pep has a nice scout test. So basically, it's going to maybe pick those big, small players, but they are ballers. So basically, right now, the only thing that they will be missing is the experience of the Premier League. But I think this season is going to be tough on Pep if he doesn't buy enough players in the January transfer.
Okay, so on the other side, when you come to the EP in the FPL, I don't know, how have your week been, man? Like Joshua, I think you've been struggling in a way.
I've not been struggling. I got 77 points. How is that struggling?
Okay, you started by saying you have green arrows, green arrows. Nowadays you are starting, I don't know, red arrows,
No,
red arrows.
I think it was only two. I think it was only 2 weeks
Okay.
that I was having a red arrow.
Okay.
But apart from that, and this week, you remember after I did the wild card,
Yeah.
I told you yes, I can do the wild card, and I know it's not guaranteed that maybe I will perform. But we usually do a wild card not because of 1 week, maybe for maybe a month, maybe like 3 weeks, 4 game weeks. That's why you have those little bit of maybe small changes and adjustment to do. And I did some adjustment, like the way I bought somebody like Woods and he gave me the points. I sold somebody like Solanke because I don't see his anything that he's doing in that team. And also the way he's not doing something in Spurs, he's not doing anything on my team.
Okay.
Because he's a player that maybe he has gone 3 games without shot on target. How is that even possible as a striker without shot on target? You know, it's very hard. So I can say that my team now is very okay. 77 point. I think I'm very grateful to get those kind of points, and this is courtesy of some players like Mbuemo. And maybe my attacking threat, I think they were performing very well.
Okay.
My defense, I think it's only Rico Lewis who gave me points. And there is somebody that I put on my bench who I know, I bought him for a reason because I know, I think the next game they'll be having good game. Somebody like Ait Nouri. He has been performing, though they have been conceding a lot of goals. But his ability for him to score goals, who needs a person who can keep clean sheet while there is a defender who can score?
Okay. Louis, on your side, how is your team moving on? Because
I mean, my team
this week you got 80 points.
Yeah, basically I got 80 points but you know why? I thought that Palma is going to score a hat trick because after that game, actually the first few minutes when Palma was like, bang, goal, I was like, this is the day. I'm going to maybe reap my fruits. But I actually managed to play a triple captain because my team was so weak. So I decided, and then they had tough fixtures. So I decided let me boost my players by playing the triple captain. I'm using it early, but it was worth it because actually managed to get 30 points from Palma. I mean, that's not a light thing, but basically because he gave me 30 points. Then sometimes some players maybe when they try to play triple captain, they get 6 points. So I was.
But some player get 50 points when they play triple captain. So don't tell us about 6 points.
No. Listen, Joshua. Yeah. It was actually a gamble because when the game started, I knew that this is the day for Palma. You see, but the goal was ruled outside. So basically,
same the way.
Man, how many managers triple captain Haaland?
So many managers, and when Haaland scored the first goal at the 5 minutes, they knew this is the time we are getting the double hole, man. Like you can imagine. I mean, if Haaland scores at minute 5.
I was like,
and they have 85 minutes to play. You can imagine how many goals he will score.
When I was me and Anto were like, shit, 5 minutes. This is gonna be a very high scoring game. And then the nigga just went and don't do shit. I was like, what the hell?
It's very funny, Southampton. It's not easy, man. It's not. There is no easy team in the EPL, you know.
Talking about not an easy team. What do you say about Clark, your guy from Ipswich? The team was good 4-3 at the end of the game. But this guy, he get a red card, he get a own goal. How if you had him on your team and then triple captain him?
He caused the penalty. He went -5.
So bad in EPL, man.
You can imagine if you bought a player and maybe you decided maybe to take a strike and you went -4, then this guy gives you -5, that is -9, then you got 20 points.
So bad. 11 points.
I mean, that's the worst that can happen to a FPL manager.
It did happen to one day Fires score two own goals and a yellow card. And somebody captained him.
That's the day Joshua said.
That's
the day Joshua said, I know why I have Fires on my team. I don't have Fires on my team. It was so mad. Yeah. But at least nowadays he's not conceding those much goals.
He's not conceding.
He's playing nice.
Yeah, but I think it's the ways I can I can relate him with our Koscielny. Koscielny was doing those kind of things, but he was a very good defender. But when he started, he scored a lot of own goals. I saw that in Faiz has done that maybe also in the Belgium team.
Twice, I think, also.
Yes,
Twice, yeah.
and but they really believe in him. He really plays a lot.
No, he plays nice.
Yes.
It's only that he's unlucky.
He's very unlucky, same like Maguire.
No, Maguire this season. Hands up, Maguire this season, he has been the nice person. At least.
Last time, also,
Hey.
what was happening to
He's
Maguire
been
last time? He was
Australia.
very unlucky,
Hey,
you know. But
man.
Maguire this time round, he's really playing very well.
Some goals were Maguire was just running. Bah!
And
on
he's not
goal.
he's not even doing anything. The goal just hit his head and
Maguire was running
It's
this
called
side.
the Maguire De Gea combination. I mean, that was the best
Like,
football to watch.
really, but Maguire made De Gea to look like shit.
Like a
I
clown,
remember
man.
there is a time De Gea wanted to pass the ball. Then he saw Maguire. He decided to throw that ball out.
I'm going to this.
Because you cannot rely on somebody like that.
Hey,
And
man.
he has already
that's
put the. Talking about that, I saw De Gea. He waved when Ten Hag was sacked. Man.
Yeah, he had a waiver like.
No, but it was no.
Why?
How he did it to him.
The guy was like this. The guy put the
Yeah, he say,
the prince hand.
Show ya Habibi.
Something small, Habibi.
Be humble. He was humble, man, because somebody like we can talk like Ronaldo. Now these stories are emerging. Like Ronaldo say how he was treated. Like he's a
Sancho
big
thing.
player and maybe he's getting 3 minutes to play in a game like that. You can remember. It's very sad.
Yeah, man.
And
Okay, nice. On the EPL, no, when we come to the team now, we have seen now the guys that we should have on the game. I think now after we have said the injuries in Man City. I don't think now is the time to go to Man City. But I saw one guy last week. He had the triple Man City defense and he got the points. But now after we see man like Savinho is out, KDB is out still. I think now the team, even for me, I have somebody like a Haaland, but I'm feeling he's not worthy to play in that game because you don't know how the ball reached to him. Because you have seen if Southampton can hold him to that extent and not get those goals near to him, I don't see him or Man City as a whole try to generate those match goals or try the assets in FPL to have the assets of Man City as I don't see them giving us those points. Maybe just magic comes from nowhere. But if you go by stats, I think Man City now are the worst time to have the assets on your FPL team.
I think yes, that's very true. And this is the time that you can own somebody like Kovacic. Kovacic like shooting the ball, and we have seen him trying so many times, and he has a lot of maybe shots on goal.
Okay.
I think this is the time that I can decide to buy Kovacic on my team, and this is also the time that you will see Man City not conceding a lot of goals because they will concentrating on possessing the ball and trying to manage. Because there is not those many opportunities because they usually go forward a lot. So this time, I think they will not concede a lot of goals. They will keep a lot of clean sheet, but they will not score a lot of goals also. So having the attack of Man City, it will be very tricky, especially if you are owning somebody like Haaland and is very much expensive. Putting the fact that those players that they are supplying the ball, the likes of Doku, Grealish, Savinho, De Bruyne, Rodri, they are not there. So it will be very difficult for Pep maybe to try to replicate the same game that you usually play with these kind of players.
Okay.
So Haaland will have to adjust to the team. He will have to learn. And maybe this is the time that Haaland will be touching the ball the less. So many more. Maybe he'll be having 10 touches in one game.
Okay.
I think is the time that we move away from Haaland. But I'm still waiting. If you sell Haaland, I will not sell him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything. On that side, Louis, Sancho, this debate was in between you two guys. It's still on. I'm waiting for the 1,000 shilling. I'm waiting for the
1,000 shilling.
I'm waiting for the 1,000 shilling still. So when you watch the fixture, we have seen this thing. The rebounds after the manager goes, the team goes haywire. I did the mistake. I bought Palmer, but now Ten Hag is gone. I don't know what I have to do with him because I cannot sell him out. What do you think? Do you expect Chelsea to perform better after this, or also Chelsea is not a team to, or close your eyes, go with the likes of Jackson and go with the likes of Palmer because you're guaranteed to get the points?
So basically, I can say for Chelsea, go with someone like Palmer, go with Jackson. Those are actually the best game because it's really going to play against Manchester United. Manchester United, you can say that they performed maybe brilliantly on the midweek fixture, But this is Chelsea. I mean, this is the best. This is the best young player of the season last season. So basically, coming into contest with Palmer, to going to be hectic, and then the Jackson runs, the actually intelligent runs. So I mean, Jackson is going to maybe, if he's not man marked by someone like Martinez, Jackson is going to give a lot of pressure on that Manchester United defense line. So basically, go with someone like in Chelsea, go with someone like Palmer and Jackson. And then I think they'll reap the points. And then someone like maybe, for example, you can say Sancho, because he's going to play and actually want to prove a point to this team.
Okay. After you watch the game Manchester played, do you think, Joshua, now when you want to have the assets, is it okay to get the Manchester United assets? Or there's a fear, still the fear?
There is that fear, especially they are playing against a big team like Chelsea. We have seen that trend whereby they went to Carabao Cup last time they played against Barnsley and they scored 7 goals. After that, they didn't score maybe like 3 games.
Okay.
So I cannot just rush to having maybe, especially I can go to the to their defenders, but I cannot rush to acquire the attacking threat of Manchester United, because there is no much that has changed. But I know there is that rebounds that we usually speak about, the new coach effect. But I can see they are playing against Chelsea, and this Chelsea game, it will really it matters the most. It will either break them completely or it will make them. If they win, then it will give them a morale. If they lose that game, it will be very bad for them. The fact that they have said somebody like Almorini will join November, I think 4th November.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So it means that Ruud van Nistelrooy is still the one who will be in charge. This game, Chelsea game, true.
Yeah.
So that one shows that it's really important for the manager, for the interim manager, and is also important for the team itself.
Okay.
So they will have to play their best. They will have to keep the possession. They will have to score the goals, and they will have to defend properly, because they were lacking in all the parts. You cannot say that there was no that one position that you can outpick that you say they are better, and but we just saw they kept some clean sheet, but their defender is just they were very lucky to keep those.
Okay, so when you say this, what do you think are the right option? Leave alone the defense. Do you think man like Bruno, Garnacho, you have seen both of them, they are doing the best. Also Casemiro, also on the Eriksen, also he has scored 2 goals. Also, do you think the midfield, the Manchester United midfield, is a way to? Do you see any person that you can have on your team or no?
So. Let's say you want Bruno Fernandes, okay, on your team right now.
Okay.
So who are you gonna replace Bruno Fernandes with? How much is Bruno Fernandes first?
10 point something, I think.
I think not 10. I think maybe 8.
Okay, but it's hard for me to have somebody like that on my team.
Yeah, it's very difficult because you want Saka on your team, you want somebody like Salah, you want somebody like Palmer, you want Mbeumo. You see, so for you to incorporate this kind of player, it means that you will have only 2 premium and maybe some very cheap midfielder like McNeil, though we see that he is 75% chances of playing, and somebody like Rogers, somebody like Smith Rowe. But you trying to acquire somebody like Bruno Fernandes, I think you will have to let go of one of the premium midfielder. So he can be your premium midfielder, him and Saka, him and Salah, him and Palmer, but not 3 players you can have. And it will maybe make you, unless you sold somebody like Haaland,
yeah,
then you can be able to incorporate somebody like Bruno Fernandes on your team.
Louis, after watching the game against Aston Villa, now Rodgers has blanked like twice, and he was removed before even getting us 2 points. Do you think now he'll not be the enabler guy, or now we have to go out and get a new enabler? Because if you're not giving us the points and you're not clicking in the 60 minutes, and there's somebody like Bonanote from Leicester, and Jorginho also from Brighton. Those 2 guys, they are low on, and still they're giving us the points. Do you think it's an easy way to go to them if Rodgers goes on with the form, or it's just those one of a kind of a games where these guys, 1 week is there, 1 week is not there, and then the team is like that?
So basically what I can say about Rodgers' form, it's actually inconsistent, because a while back I had Rodgers on my team, so I had to let him go, and then boom, when I let him go and got him off, Rodgers started scoring. Then for the past 3 days, he scored. For the past 3 game weeks, he actually scored. And then thinking of bringing him back. And then right now, if you have Rodgers right now, I'll actually advise you, maybe stick with him and then trust the process right now, because they actually have a nice link up with someone like Watkins up front. So basically, having Rodgers, his form is inconsistent. So you can say that it's a certain time he'll be inconsistent. Then at a certain time, he'll actually maybe come and maybe prove a point, score some goals, have some assists. Compared to someone like Bonononte. Bonononte was last game weeks was actually came off the bench because he's not yet in that Leicester first team.
Okay, when we check the fixtures for this week, Newcastle are playing against Arsenal, early kickoff, Bournemouth against Man City, Ipswich against Leicester, Liverpool against Brighton, Nottingham Forest against West Ham, Southampton against Everton, Wolves against Crystal Palace, Sunday, there's Tottenham against Aston Villa, Manchester United against Chelsea on, this I think is the big game, and also Fulham against Brentford on Monday. What's your thoughts, and who are going to captain for this week when you go with that kind of run?
I think is a very good time for us. Maybe playing against Manchester Newcastle, I think is a early kickoff, 3:30, and that game is very intense, by the way. But we are very happy because they decided to play their first team in the Carabao Cup against Chelsea. So I think we have an advantage of some of the player who maybe had some little time to play, and it was very tactical of Arteta to decide to play somebody like Saka on that game and give them the minutes because they really need those minutes to boost their morale,
Okay.
to keep them fit. Because some other managers, they say that, no, like you saw Palmer, he was on the bench. But, as a player, even if you are trying to protect the fatigue, already you know that you have won the game. So the best thing to do, that team doesn't give you that much pressure, but it's good for your fitness, for you to keep fit for the next game. It's like a preparation, it's like a training. So I think it was very good for them to play. So I know that that Newcastle game is very, very, very good. And it's a game that we usually have emotions and touch. And I can remember last time when you played against Newcastle. So that game, if I have somebody like Saka on my game, I can decide to captain Saka in that game.
What about Havertz?
Havertz, I will not, because, Havertz is not playing the usual position that he usually play, that I usually tell you as a number 9 that he need to stick there.
Okay.
But now because they will be interchanging with somebody like Trossard, sometimes you'll see Trossard is going up front, sometimes you'll see Havertz. So they will be interchanging like that. So I don't think I can go now for somebody like, for this player Havertz. I don't think it's the right decision. He can score maybe 1 goal, yes, but it's very expensive for me to change him with another player. And in case maybe I think even thinking about buying Havertz right now, while I can have those very cheap like Liam Delap and somebody like Wood. So I don't think I will go for somebody like Havertz right now. I think it's not a good choice.
Okay.
Considering the game they are playing against Newcastle. But if you have Saka, I think it's a very good choice.
Man,
so another game I can say is Nottingham Forest against West Ham.
Yeah.
I know Nottingham Forest. You know which number is Nottingham Forest now? I think number 7.
Okay.
It's very weird to see a team like Nottingham Forest playing that. And last season I think they were fighting against relegation.
Yeah.
So we can see the progress that they are doing and what they are trying to do with their team, and how their striker is doing. Like Chris Wood, you cannot even believe he was in Newcastle and he was seen like a reject. And now Chris Wood has maybe 6 goals in 8 matches.
I think he's apart from Haaland and Jackson, he's the next top scorer. Yeah.
And somebody like Isaac now, I think he has 2 or 3 goals only.
Okay.
So that game I think I can try, but I cannot captain anybody in that game, unless maybe I don't think there is so many players to captain in this, because if you check somebody like Man City is playing against Bournemouth. The form that Haaland is there, we usually know Haaland can score a lot of goals. But right now, you score the 5th minute, then you don't score until 90 minutes is finished. We don't really think that is good.
Plus, keeping in mind the game Bournemouth played against you guys.
Yeah,
I don't see it being an easy game.
It's not an easy game, and they can win.
Yeah,
they can win that game.
Okay.
So I think that game will be very difficult. Leicester against Ipswich also. That game, Liam Delap, I think he came out of the bench last time and he scores. So I think he's a player who has really
catch many guys' eyes.
Yes, and we can think about bringing him on the team. But about captain him, yes, I can also think about it because he's playing against Leicester. Leicester, they played against Manchester United, so they will try their best to really come up to this game because Ipswich is there. Is their mate. They came from Championship together, and that game can be very intense.
Okay, for me, I think also team like Liverpool, them playing that game. I think Liverpool against Brighton, because Brighton last week they were so good. Also, they came back and conceded the goals.
They conceded a lot of goals.
So for me, I think if you have somebody like a Salah, is a good option also to captain if you're brave enough. Keep in mind also Luis Diaz played, and then now if Darwin start to play, we know Darwin can be good. Darwin, you don't know what to expect. He can give you goals, so you can blank. But if you play with the pace he played the game, they play against Arsenal. I think Nunes it's a person also to watch. You can just put him on the watch list, but not captain him. But also if you have him, I think it's a good way to go to him.
Yeah,
but
I think this game, Brighton game, I think if you decide you want to change your striker, and if you want a Liverpool asset from there, because we know that definitely Darwin Nunes will play that game.
Yeah.
Because he didn't play even in the midweek, true?
No, it was Gakpo.
And this Jota is on injury.
Yeah.
Luis Diaz also played. So we know that Diaz might not play in this game.
Yeah.
So it will be very difficult for you to choose between another player. But I can say like Nunes, I think is a striker that I can really bring on for this game. But I don't have that transfer because I don't really need Nunes for a wrong run, you know.
Okay, I was before the Ten Hag news. I was the one who wanted to cover. I had already placed my captaincy on Palmer, but after the change, I'm now convinced. I'm not yet convinced enough. I think I'm gonna go with Mbeumo as my captain. Yeah, I think I'll stuck there.
Mbeumo, they are playing against Fulham.
Yeah,
I think that's a good observation. And as a captain, you can say also that's like a differential captain. We saw another person captain him last time, and he got a lot of points. I don't rely so much on Brentford. I know Mbeumo can score goals.
Yeah, it's my thing. So I think I'm gonna go with him. It's okay. It's fine with me. Yeah.
But you have to follow your guts. If you decided that is okay.
Yeah.
On Palmer, even if maybe Ten Hag was not maybe sacked, I don't think I could downgrade Manchester United against a big team.
No, how they played, it was just clear enough now.
Manchester United, they can play whatever they want to play, but when it comes to this big team, you can see them giving out the plays that you don't think they were supposed to. So you can even be wondering, like, were they doing this kind of things intentional? But like we saw when they were playing against Liverpool. So right now, I think it will be very difficult to decide because what you have said that the way they played in the midweek. So selecting Palmer in that game, I think it will be very tricky also.
Yeah, something it's a 50-50, so I don't want to risk. I better go with somebody who have confirmed to me he can give us points and also is on penalty.
What about trying somebody like Oli Watkins is playing against Spurs and you know the house Spurs are?
This is the problem with Spurs. They can decide to defend and they can decide to lose the game. So I don't want to risk.
I don't see where the Spurs decide to defend. Spurs, they just concede goals.
No, but sometimes they can keep a clean sheet or just concede one goal. It's not, you know, for a striker, if he gets the bonus and the points, it's less much as compared when you have somebody like a defender when he gets the match points. So midfielder. So for me, I think I prefer captaining the midfielder if I'm not going to Haaland.
Yes, yeah, I think that's a good observation. And if I can say if I'm just trying to be a little bit safe, I can decide to captain somebody like Salah on that game against Brighton because we usually know most of the goals they're coming from Salah, either the assists or the goals. I think Salah also. We have seen Brighton playing some games and they have conceded.
No, but Welbeck also, we should give a shout out to him because he has been nice. He has been scoring goals in, week out. Yeah. But the fact that I saw Ferguson coming to the team, it gives me the thought maybe if Ferguson start, I'm sure
Ferguson play in the midweek first of all. So it means that Welbeck will play in this one. And also the last time we saw Ferguson and Welbeck play together.
Yeah, but now if they're both, the chances of you having Welbeck like a clean, maybe Ferguson will be the one scoring. So I don't want to risk. That's the problem with me. I better go safe.
Yeah, so I think the safe is it safe to play Mbeumo?
For me, I'm going with my guts. It's saying Mbeumo, I'm going with it.
That's your gut, but it's not safe.
For me, it's safe. It's okay for me. It's nice because Mbeumo definitely is on penalty, which we know if somebody's on penalty.
Wisa is back.
It's okay. I'm going with Mbeumo.
No, I'm not refusing you are going with Mbeumo, but we are saying a safer bet is...
A safer pick is Salah, definitely, yes. Yeah. But if you want to go... Also, some guys say the safer pick is Haaland because they have blanked like 2 game weeks, so he might try to get a game. But after what I've seen them, I'm not trusting him with my captaincy.
The reason why most of us are not going to trust Haaland with the captaincy, but we still have to put him on our team is because we have seen how their team maybe now is depleting. And I think if they continue like that, Arsenal, Liverpool, I think they should take this opportunity to be able to be maybe to try and to be on top of Man City. But the only way it will happen is when Man City lose a game.
Yeah.
But it's very hard for Man City to lose a game, even if they are very bad.
Okay.
So we know Pep is Pep. He can use whatever he uses and he will have a way to. Because 2 games, even the Arsenal games, they were losing the game.
On the last minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
man, big shout out to all those guys listening to us. Big shout out to still the guys listening on the Spotify. Big thanks to also those guys subscribing. And then I'm having the big, now the subscribers are going high, man. Big thanks to all those guys sharing. So if you are on the channel subscribing, big thanks. Sharing the links, big thanks. And also the guys on the Spotify app. Still, we do have the episodes still, we have saying. You can jump in the YouTube and get the Triple Cup show always and everywhere to give you. And then big shout out to all those, man. The vibe and the community is becoming so high. We are getting the numbers, which is a good thing. And then try to watch and try to push the thing. And don't forget, we said, Malek Press the Poet will be having an event in Nakuru, that at Agora. Please, if you are around, join in. It's the tickets. I think now they are, if you try to get it before it's depleting, because it's a vibe. And as well as, man, I'm thankful and big shout out to all those guys listening to us.
And we can say that all those guys and who are giving us the feedback about our pod, we are very thankful and we are grateful, because we usually need those kind of things to be able to improve the best and to give you the content that you usually want, and the content that it will go in line with what you want to hear. So thanks a lot, and we can say that in case maybe you are a football fanatic and you really want to come and we talk about football, you are welcome. We usually give this opportunity to all those people.
Oh, and I forget. Now we have the Instagram for the pod, so you can drop a DM also there. We can have the communication there also. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So big thanks and big up to all the fans. Make sure you watch, you subscribe, and you can be able to tell other people about it, and we'll be very grateful for what you're doing for us. Thank you.
Okay, and then I'd like to shout out on Nahum from JQuat. Actually a good friend of mine. I know she's listening to the podcast. So basically, Nahum, big up, man. Thanks for listening.
Okay, man. Till next week. It's been nice. Adios.